Okay, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tony, and I am playing Super Mario World. Last time that I recorded, or maybe the time before, I kept trying to call it, like, Yoshi's Island or something. This is not Yoshi's Island. That is a completely different game. And I'm just dumb. That's basically all it boils down to. But hello, I'm glad to see you back on my channel. I can't see any of you. I don't know why I'm saying stuff. I'm really bad at this. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. Today I am playing Super Mario, and I am doing more story times. I'm going to try to do better with less ums and uhs, but we all know that's not going to happen. So, I don't think you guys are here for the gameplay. And I don't think you're here for my stellar storytelling skills, so maybe you're just here to make fun of me, which is fine, as long as you're here. Really, that's all I care about. So today I'm going to be talking about the new place that we moved to. I'm not going to be, like, obviously, like, doxing myself or whatever, even though most people watching this are probably related to me and know where I live and have my address. But, you know, if you're strangers and you're watching this, I'm obviously not going to be giving out where I live. I'm just going to talk about the huge difference between living in a house that I own and had owned for almost 10 years and moving into a little place that I'm renting. And technically, I guess I'm buying it, but, like, it's a mobile home. It's like a modular home, they call it, but it's essentially a trailer. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Okay. Anyway, so in 2013, my ex-husband and I bought our first home, our only home. I'll call it our first home. Let's be optimistic. Well, I guess. You know what? You know what I mean. Definitely our only home that we'll ever own together. But, you know, the first home for each of us. And it was a 4-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. The only downside was the fact that it only had 1 bathroom. That was terrible, but it had living room, dining room, kitchen, 1 bathroom, 1 bedroom downstairs, and then 3 bedrooms upstairs. And then a full basement with the laundry room in the basement, and a large, semi-large, fenced-in backyard. My ex-husband always hated the fact that it did not have a garage, but it did have a shed on the property. And it was a nice house. You know, it had its problems, you know, a few flaws here and there, but, you know, overall nice house, good neighborhood, super close to a park, the schools, the beach, you know, the whole deal. I liked our neighbors. I liked, you know, I liked living there. I miss my house, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, when it came down to moving, like originally, like selling the house and moving, I was eager to do so. I was very excited to get rid of the house. At that point, I was over it. It was full of nothing but bad memories. I didn't want to live there anymore. Now, living where I live, crap. I very much miss my house and wish that I would not have sold it. Like, 100% miss my house, wish that I still lived there. But, you know, it is what it is. But we, you know, we had, when we first moved into the house, we had the downstairs bedroom we used as a playroom for Lucas, mostly. And my nephew Tyler, I watched him a lot as well. We had a little TV in there. It had originally it did not have a bed. I just had, like, the toy boxes and stuff in there. And a TV, and it was full of Lucas's toys and stuff like that, and it was just like a place for the kids. All the kids could go in there and play, but it was primarily meant for Lucas, like, during the day, because the other 2 kids were a little bit older, and they each had their own bedroom upstairs. Matthew's bedroom was directly across from me and Bob's bedroom, and then Salem's bedroom was on the other side, like right next door to Matthew's. And Lucas had because the master bedroom was very, very large. Like, it was a very big bedroom. And so it had room for our king-size bed, or queen-size bed, whatever it was, plus a toddler bed for Lucas, plus a dresser, a desk. It had all sorts of room in there. And 2 closets. One of them we called the toy closet, and it had a lot of Lucas's toys in it. But originally we did not have it set up as that. That happened later. But originally we did have it like that, because that way, like, if I was upstairs in the bedroom, which didn't happen very often, but usually I was downstairs, hence why we had a playroom down there. But if I was downstairs, upstairs, Lucas had like a little room, it had like his cars and stuff in it, or a little like closet, whatever, you know what I mean. And then he had the playroom downstairs, and we had the toddler bed in there for him. Well, at some point, they offered us, they meaning the people that built our house, offered us a bed. It was a, a twin-size bed. Asked us if we would like to have that. And we, you know what, do I want to go in here? Nope, I sure don't. Oh well, I did anyway. So we ended up putting a twin-size bed in there, and it worked out well for when my father-in-law came to town. But after a while, my ex-husband decided that our bed hurt his back, and he didn't like Lucas being in our bedroom, and blah, 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 blah. So his solution was to move downstairs and start sleeping in the guest bedroom. Of course, this was during the time he was having an affair and all that kind of stuff, and found that out later. But eventually, a couple of years after, when the affair ended and he decided he was all into family and all that shit, he moved back into the bedroom. And at some point Matthew, eventually, Lucas got older and he wanted his own bedroom. And Matthew originally had not been comfortable with sleeping downstairs in that guest bedroom by himself. Well, then he got older and he decided that he was comfortable sleeping in the guest bedroom by himself. So, not the guest bedroom. It was now, you know what I mean. Anyway, Matthew wanted that bedroom. And my ex-husband was hemming and hawing about actually letting Matthew have it. He didn't really seem to want Matthew to have it for whatever reason. And so we waited because he used to go out of town for Labor Day and Memorial Day every year. He would go up to his dad's. I can't remember if it was Memorial Day or Labor Day. I'm pretty sure that it was Memorial Day, because I think that it was the end of the school year, not the beginning. He went out of town, and the kids and I decided, you know what? We're going to swap the bedrooms. So we did. We took everything out of Matthew's bedroom and moved it downstairs. Then we took everything out of the guest bedroom and moved it upstairs. And, swapped everything out. We did this whole thing. We moved a bunch of stuff out of my room. We swapped the bedrooms around. It was crazy. We went all out for this room. And made it so that Matthew and Lucas both had their own bedrooms. And of course, my ex-husband got home, and he was so mad because he did not want. He's like, "Well, what's going to happen when my dad comes to town? And where's he supposed to sleep? And blah 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 blah." And I was essentially like, "Not my problem." No offense to his dad, I didn't have any issue with his dad sleeping in the bedroom, but also I'm not about to tell my kid that he can't have his own bedroom just because you want a place for your dad to sleep. You know what I mean? Basically, call me a bitch if you will, but we have a 4-bedroom house. Each one of our kids should be able to have a bedroom, and it shouldn't be a big fucking deal. So anyway, that was how that situation went. And so, that was Matthew's bedroom, literally until we moved out. My ex-husband finally, started, once he got into drugs, he didn't really ever sleep in the bedroom. And once things got really, really bad, Lucas always wanted me to sleep in his bedroom with him because he thought he could protect me from his father. So, you know. Anyway, long story super long because I'm bad at telling short stories. We, obviously in the divorce, we sold the house. Now, everybody tells me that I could have fought and probably been able to keep the house because I do have sole custody of the children. And they're probably right. If I either had had a lawyer that wanted to fight more, or if I had put up more of a fight, I probably could have kept the house at least until the kids were out of school. But I didn't think that that was fair to do. In my opinion, it was more fair for me to split the house with my ex-husband because it was both of our houses. So I thought selling it would have been the best option. So I actually sold it to my friend. I've probably said this before in other videos, but I was on the phone with my friend one day and she was talking about wanting to buy a house and I was talking about needing to sell my house, and I jokingly was like, hey, you should get a mortgage and just buy my house. And she was like, you know what? Okay. And she did. She got a mortgage. She bought my house. It was a long, annoying as shit process, but she did it. And she lives there now and she owns it. And, why can't you all jump in this game? But yeah, so, you know, anyway, we sold it. During the process of her buying the house, I started looking for somewhere to rent. Because my whole thought was, okay, I'll rent for like a year. Because I had the credit to qualify for a mortgage, and I had the money, like for down payment and stuff from selling my house. However, I did not have the verifiable income because I had been working for the last 7 years for cash, almost 7 years for cash. And so I didn't have a way to, what am I doing? I didn't have a way to verify that, you know, that I made money like with a bank. Well, that was weird. With a bank. So obviously at that point, no one is really willing to sell you or, you know, give you a mortgage when you're like, oh yeah, I get paid this much every week in cash. They're like, okay, cool. Me too. So I figured, okay, I'll rent, I'll find like a house, pay for the, you know, pay to rent it up front for a year, and then I will get a mortgage and buy something at that point. That was my original plan. So I started the process of looking for places. Oh my God, will you stop? I started the process of looking for places to rent, and as it turns out, in this area, not only are rentals very hard to come by, but they are also incredibly expensive, like over the top expensive. And shit. And on top of that, every single one that I looked at, and I'm not joking, smelled like fucking dog pee. Every single one. Reeked like dog pee. Why? And then I find one that would be perfect for the kids and I. Decent price. And it says, no cats allowed, only dogs. Are you kidding me? You know that place smells like dog pee. I didn't even look at it. And all I have is a cat anyway. Well, and Ari, as you can hear him in the background. But like, nah. I don't want a place that's only going to allow dogs because I know what those places smell like. And nope, I'll pass. So, oh my gosh, this video is so long already. Like, I'm already at 15 minutes and I haven't even gotten to buying this place. Whatever, this is going to be a kind of long video and I'm very sorry. You can skip to the good part if you want. I don't know where the good part is, but skip to it anyway. But anyway, so, you know, we're looking at places and it's coming down the wire. Well, I had applied for the mobile home community, as they call it, that I live in first, and they told me no because, again, no verifiable income. And I was like, oh, lame. Okay. So I kind of had given up on that. I was like, well, you know, I can't verify my income, so forget that place. And my mom was like bound and determined that I was going to move here because it was the cheapest option. It was the best option. And it's honestly not a bad place to live. Like, it's a decent place. You know, I mean, it's not, whatever. It's fine. And it has like a pool and, you know, whatever. And so my mom was like, listen, you need to talk to the woman that runs this place and see if you can apply again. Explain to her that you're willing to pay a year in advance, blah, blah, blah. So I talked to her and she was like, okay, well, that changes things. Plus, I had a job at this point. I had gotten, because the first time I applied, I had not gotten hired at my current job that I work at right now. So I was literally just babysitting for cash. Well, now suddenly I have verifiable income. I hadn't worked there long enough to, for a mortgage company to be okay with it, but I had worked there long enough for this place to be okay with it. So we ended up getting approved, and we found, like they only had one place for you, because with this place you have to buy, you're leasing with the option to purchase, they call it. And so that is what I had to do for this place. And so this place that we rented, or that we're buying, I guess we're buying it technically. I'm gonna own it when it's all said and done. So technically, I guess I'm buying another house, but it's a fucking trailer, so whatever. Anyway, it has 3 bedrooms, which kind of sucks because I sleep in the living room, because obviously I'm going to give my kids the bedrooms. But the good part with it, which makes it, in the kids' mind, put it way above the place that we just left, it has 2.5 bathrooms. We have the master bedroom with the master bathroom, and then there's another full bathroom right next to Lucas's bedroom, and then Matthew's bedroom has a half bath right inside of the bedroom. Like, you walk in Matthew's bedroom and there's a closet on one side and a half bath right there on the other side. So the kids were just over the moon about that. And it's not a bad place. Like, it's decent sized. It's, it's not bad. But here's the thing. So we buy this place. They have you do a walkthrough, you mark down all the things that are, don't work. I was happy that there was a working dishwasher. I was happy that there was a working oven. I was happy that the sink didn't back up into the dishwasher like my house. Like, the plumbing in my house was atrocious, and the oven died, apparently, right after we moved out on Thanksgiving for the poor girl that bought my house. So, there, oh my God. So there were some things that, kind of put it little bit. We were very happy about it. Mostly, I think we were riding on the high of, oh my gosh, we finally found a place. Thank goodness. Let's just move in. And it's not a bad place. Like, I don't hate living here, but I'm going to tell you guys the absolute drama that has happened since I moved into this place. It's like just a string of bad luck. So, when we first moved in, the master bathroom has had carpet in it. And I was like, what the heck is this nonsense? Why is there carpet in here? So I decided that I was going to rip out the carpet and replace it with tile. I was like, I'm sure I can manage that. I'm sure I can. So after... I was still trying to figure out, I was going to price it out and, figure out when I was going to have the time to do it and all that stuff. Meanwhile, while I'm, planning this out in my head, the PPO that my ex-husband had, or that I had against my ex-husband, expired. And he asked if we could get together and talk about the kids and, visitation and how it was going to work going forward, even though it was still supervised. Basically, he wanted to be able to not have it at my mom's and essentially have me supervise. So we met up, and he was like asking about the place we live, and I told him, now that the PPO is expired, if you'd like, you can come check out the place, so you can see that we're living in a decent place, and that everything's fine. So he comes to check out our house, and I'm telling him about the carpet in the bathroom and how I'm going to rip it out and replace it with tile. And he's like, do you know how to do that? And I'm like, of course I don't know how to do that. Are you new here? I don't know how to do anything, but I have YouTube. I'll figure it out. And he's like, how about if I start coming to your house for visitations, and I can just rip out the carpet and replace the tile for you? And that, I can hang out with the kids, and, we'll go to court eventually and change it away from supervised visitation and all that, but for now I can do it that way. And I was like, okay, not gonna argue with that. You want to replace the tile, or rip out the tile, and oh my god, you know what I'm trying to say, replace the flooring in my bathroom for me? Sure. So my ex-husband comes here to do that, and he rips out the carpet and discovers that the reason that the carpet was getting wet in one spot all this time was not just because my child can't close a shower curtain. It was because there's a gigantic leak in my bathroom. Like, huge leak. It was terrible. He had to literally rip out all of the wood in that floor and replace the entire floor in that bathroom. Like, wood and everything. And it was horrid. And he had to, like, cut a hole in the wall and it was a mess. So meanwhile, all this is happening, and my ex-husband is taking his time doing this. Like, I'm talking, he comes one week and he measures something, and that's all he gets. You know what I mean? Like, literally, he has not even finished it, and he started this in October. It is February, and tomorrow, when he drops the kids back off, he's supposedly going to finally fully finish the bathroom, because all that's left now is like framework or whatever. But it literally took him from October to February to do this bathroom. And not because it was that big of a job, but just because he's that big of a procrastinator. Like, I should have done this shit myself. It would have taken me less time, and I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, so meanwhile, while all this is going on, we've got we're down to one bathroom because we have the master bathroom completely ripped up. The floor is gone. There's no floor in there. You cannot use the shower, nothing. Like, it is tore up. There's a hole in the wall in the master bedroom because you had to get to the what do you call it? The shut off to shut off the water to, fix all these pipes and all this stuff. Like, it was a mess. So while this is going on, one day I am hanging out at my friend James's house. Just me and James. Like, my kids weren't with me this time. And, did not mean to do that. And, son of a gun. Oh, man. I'm so mad. I did not mean to do that. Lucas was at home, and he's like, oh, while you're gone at James's, I'm going to take a shower. Okay, no problem. You go ahead and do that. I'll be home, a couple hours, whatever. So I'm at James's house for maybe 20 minutes. I get a phone call. Mom, you need to come home. Water's going everywhere. And I'm like, what? Lucas says, I went to go turn on the shower. The whole entire knob came off. Water is flying everywhere. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, shit. And he's like, Salem's in here trying to help me, but we don't know what to do. And I'm like, no problem. I'll be right there. So, James is, of course, like, what is going on? Are your children okay? I'm like, oh, yeah, they're totally fine. But the only working bathroom is now spewing water everywhere. And he's like, oh, shit, let me put my clothes on. I'll come with you. So James gets dressed, and we hop in my car, and we come to my house, and this man, my friend, James, thank goodness for him, because he not only spent a good probably 25 minutes figuring out how to get this water to shut off, because You couldn't twist it. Like, it was not shutting off. He gets it to shut off, and then he helps me find like because we couldn't find the hot water tank in my house. Like, we could not find this thing. It was hidden. This man is walking around the perimeter of my trailer with me, trying to help me find, like, look underneath of it and figure out where the heck you shut off the water. I just jumped right off the edge. What is wrong with me? Trying to figure out where you shut off the water in this place, because we couldn't get the water to, James got he got the handle back on. That's what I meant. Like, he didn't get the water shut off. He got the handle back on. But then when we go to try to shut off the water will not shut off. The hot water would not shut off at all. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me right now. Like, what is happening in this frickin' place? So, we're walking all over the perimeter of this trailer, trying to figure out how to fully shut off the water so we can see if we can figure out what's going on. We finally, we're standing outside by the one window, and James looks through Salem's bedroom window and is like, wait a minute. What's there in between those two closets? Because Salem's bedroom has two closets. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, probably the hot water heater. Sure enough, he comes in and he rips off the thing, and there's the hot water heater. Rips off the panel, and there's a hot water heater. So he shuts off the hot water, and he says to me, I don't have the tools to fully fix this properly, but for now, you are going to have to keep the hot water off unless you're using it, because it's not going to shut off. And I'm like, of course I am. I mean, genuinely, of course I am. That's my luck. So I bring James back home. I go home. I turn the thing on for Lucas. He takes a shower. For the next, I'm going to say, month after this, every single time we want to shower or run the dishwasher or the washing machine, we have to go in the bedroom, turn on the hot water heater, let the water just pour continuously out of the bathroom, and then we can use the thing. Oh, and on top of this, the washer that came with my place, because this place was sold with a washer and dryer included, pours water out the back of it. So I have to get rid of that and get a new washer. So I've got 3 things just spewing water in my house, almost simultaneously. So at this point, I'm pissed, and I'm posting an angry rant on Facebook because I called them, and I'm like, listen, everything in my house is leaking. Like, I would not have bought this place if I knew that the entire thing was just leaking everywhere. And they were essentially like, not my problem. You're buying, not renting, so you have to fix it all yourself. And I'm like, cool. So I put a very angry rant on Facebook, like a Karen. Not like on any public thing, just on my own private page. But somebody on my page happens to be friends with the maintenance guy for this place. And is like, oh, you need to call, maintenance guy's name. I'm sure he'll take care of it. And I'm like, maintenance guy is the one who told me not my problem. And next thing you know, I get a phone call from the manager of this place telling me, oh, well, normally we wouldn't do this because, you're buying it. But because you've only lived there for such a short time, we'll come and fix the second bathroom. We won't fix the master bathroom because you already have someone working on it. But we'll fix the other bathroom. And I'm like, you know what, whatever, I don't care. As long as a bathroom is being fixed at this point, I don't care which one it is. So they agreed to fix my master bathroom. Or, I mean, not my master bathroom, the second bathroom. And they do. They got it all fixed, taken care of. So that was a huge relief to not have to deal with that, because that part was that was stressful. I did get a new washer, and then eventually my ex-husband did get the bathroom, it's usable now. It's still not fully, what's the word for it, trimmed in, but it's usable, and that's good enough. But the funniest thing to me about that is, I managed to take care of the other two problems in far less time than my ex-husband took care of the bathroom. So that's pretty funny. But then, the other day, I'm cooking dinner, and I go to open up the oven, and the handle for the oven just breaks right off. And I literally was just like, are you kidding me? Is this entire place made out of cardboard? Like, and I mean, it was a 2-second fix. Like, it was not hard at all to fix. I just had to tighten up a screw. But, like, at that point, I was literally like, you know what? I miss my house. I know that I didn't want my house when I got rid of it, but I miss my house. I want it back. Give it back right now. And I don't really. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine with this place. I wish it wasn't so drafty. I'm really getting, like, I miss the insulation of my house. I miss having a basement. I miss having a bedroom. I didn't even sleep in my bedroom, but I don't have anywhere to put my clothes. Like, I have a tiny little dresser over there with 2 drawers that don't fit the amount of clothes that I have, and it is annoying. So anyway, that is my long-winded, annoying story of moving from my house that I owned to this trailer that I now apparently own also. And I only had a couple years left on my mortgage for my house. And now I have like 1,000 years on the stupid trailer. So, anyway. Thank you for listening, watching. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. And follow me on Twitter. And comment hello if you're coming here from TikTok. Nobody ever comments on my videos. I actually don't really have that many views on them, so that's probably why, but sorry, I'm messing with my bracelet. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.